Hey fans, this is your girl from Mel's Match Chat, and this is your official NXT Worlds Collide preview and predictions. You're going to be seeing a lot of me this weekend. I know, it's crazy, but it's going to be all good because this weekend is about professional wrestling. And it's just going to be feeling so good that we're just going to be crying in happiness. On top of it all, we have TK and Triple H just doing what they're doing, and they're doing their best jobs. They are just killing it. Isn't it great to see fucking professional wrestling instead of fucking sports entertainment? I mean, come on, people, come on now. So yes, I am excited for this weekend. It's just crazy that it's just so much wrestling. We're gonna have we just had Clash at the Castle, and that was crazy. Just to let you know, that I'm recording this Friday morning at 11:25 a.m. So I don't know what's going on Saturday, but this is for Sunday, and I'm hoping it's crazy, okay? So I don't know, but I'm giving you my like ahead of schedule reaction. So we're just gonna keep on going. You're gonna see me all weekend, as I keep telling you. I'm gonna be double dropping because this is being recorded. I'm going to double drop on early Sunday morning, this and All Out. So you're gonna get me. You're gonna get me. Also, I will be also dropping Clash at the Castle's preview and predictions. I dropped it at about 8:00 in the morning on Saturday. So you got something to sit down, have your coffee, or really have an espresso, because if you're on California time, you're gonna be screwed, okay, this weekend. But yeah, we're just gonna go and have a great time. I am ecstatic for this whole situation. I cannot wait. It's just gonna be one hell of a ride. So let's get to this. I'm gonna give you my preview and predictions. Also, go check out 253. I'm going to get you ready, give you the cards, the whole enchilada. Go check that out, as you well know. So yeah, go check out all my content until everything gets started. Go check it out on my YouTube channel. Please go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, Mel's Match Chat. Go find me on Facebook and Snapchat. So you got me all over the place. So also, please do me a favor. Go check out harrys.com, and get all your shaving and toiletry essentials right there. Please go check out Maestro Classics at maestroclassics.com and get all your beard essentials. And get your kids who have beards in the right frame of mind. You want to have a great beard. You're probably going into your senior year or your freshman year of college or your senior year of college or wherever. You're starting your first to the last day of the first year of whatever. You want to make your fucking good impression. Come on. So if you have a beard, come on. You know what to do. So go check them out at maestroclassics.com. Also, please go check out Liquid Death at liquiddeath.com. Go check out their 3 flavors on top of the spring water and the sparkling water, which is lime, mixed berry, and mango orange. Also, please go check out Deathwish Coffee at deathwishcoffee.com. They have an limited edition of blueberry vanilla. They finally have espresso, and they just dropped it, which I got in the mail on Friday, which I'm recording this. I got my pumpkin, and I'm psyched to drink it. I'm going to have it tomorrow morning with probably some cinnamon rolls. It's going to be a great morning. It's going to be a great day. So go check them out at deathwishcoffee.com. Also, please go check out 3 professional wrestling companies, 1 in New York and 2 in Pennsylvania. The one in New York is HOG Wrestling. It was crazy. High Intensity 8. Go check it out. Go check out the replay on Fight TV. They will be having another event September 24th, and I believe their tickets are going to be dropping today. So go check that out at hogwrestling.net. Also, please go and check out Sanctuary. Go check out their Facebook and Twitter and the whole nine. Also, and Outbreak Wrestling. So they're on YouTube and the whole nine. You know what we're doing, okay? So let's get this. NXT TakeOver Worlds Collide. We thought this freaking pay-per-view special event, whatever the case may be. And I don't want that 6, I want it on 4. It's my circle bottom. Yes, go get that. Oh my god, I'm not even sponsored by them, and it's good. A little Latin punch in the morning. As I was saying, we thought that NXT Worlds Collide was going to be shit. We got Triple H DNA all over it. And if you tell me no, then you can go fuck off. We've got a really good wrestling event right before. It's like almost like an appetizer. It's like an appetizer. It gives Tony Khan, TK, a chance to really, like, oh my god, I'm getting my shit pushed in, and I am not liking this whatsoever. What? So yeah, he's gonna get his shit put in now. And I'm going to cover all of that. I've covered all of that on episode 253. Get all my feelings on that and go check that out on episode 253. Find it on my YouTube channel. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on all my notifications. And when I go live, you know about it. And remember to share the videos. Please. Share and share alike. Okay? So, we're going to get that. At 4 p.m., we're going to sit down. We're going to have our early dinner. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I am going to have a couple adult beverages. And then I'm going to go live after that really quick. It's going to be lightning pace. Or I might do, at the last of it, do everything on Monday, and it's just going to be complete extra, like super extra, like any news that came out on the weekend, the whole culmination on the weekend. So it's going to be 2 reviews, some news, everything. It's going to be an unofficial 254. So that's what I think I might be doing, depending. Just keep following me on Twitter. It's just so much easier. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna get a little bit of it. I shouldn't call it an appetizer. It should be like the first course. You know, it's the first course, and you know, it is just like so. It is just so crazy that. It is just so crazy that this is happening. We're getting 3 fucking goddamn pay-per-views. Yes, they're pay-per-views. You're going to pay to watch them. They're not a fucking premium event. Let's get that out of fucking your mindset. We're no longer doing here, in my playpen, premium events. It's called pay-per-view. You pay per view. It's that simple. You pay per month to watch unlimited of those pay-per-views. Hello? Anywho, it's going to be crazy. I cannot wait. Yes, unfortunately, this is the shirt that I wore. It's a shirt that I first picked out. I don't care. I'm changing this. After I finish this for the day, I want to get changed. I want to get revived and everything. So, when this build started, we didn't think this was going to be anything. And then when we heard that Triple H was going to be taking back over creative, um, uh, talent relations, where he excels. And now with the backing of his wife and Tony Khan, Nick Khan, he could do whatever the fuck he wants with the money and the power. He's legitimately running the company on TV. He is the end all be all when Vince McMahon left. So he was having this stuff come up. He's like, shit, I'm not gonna let fucking Bruce, I'm not gonna let fucking anybody who this is all gonna be on my shoulders, gonna fuck with this. This is going to be what I see and what I perceive. It's crazy. I wasn't even excited when the whole thing with Cardiff was the Clash at the Castle at Cardiff was even announced. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get the fucking lame brain shit over and over again. It all changed when we had the announcement of Triple H. So I'm like, oh, okay, then we're just going to, let's see how this evolves. Pardon the pun. Evolution. People who know, okay? So I was like, these matches are coming out, and I'm like, holy shit. And then with the closing of NXT UK, rest in peace, and to the rebirth of NXT Europe, we are going to get a fucking Triple H DNA laced with a little bit of Shawn Michaels and fucking better not be Bruce Pritchard, okay? Because if this smells anything with Bruce Pritchard, it's going to be a thumbs down. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go through with this. I'm excited as of right now, as I'm recording this at 11:36 a.m. I'm excited. I can't wait till this is going on. I can't wait to everything. I cannot wait. I have never been so excited for a wrestling weekend than I have now. Triple H, when he did SummerSlam, that was his coming out party. This is where he says, motherfucker, I'm here, go fuck off, and I'm not going anywhere, bitches. So, you know what we do here. You know what we do here. I got the go home show to NXT. I'm going to get that out of the way. I'm going to give you the card. I'm going to give you my predictions, and we're going to go and we're going to have a great day. After this, I'm going to go have something quick for brunch at this point. I'm going to get ready for my episode 253, and we're going to just have a grand old fucking weekend. Yes, we are. So let's get this going. All right. NXT from this past Tuesday night. Advertised for tonight from the WWE Performance Center. It's the final push to Sunday, September 4th, historic live event pitting the stars from NXT against their UK counterparts. Diamond Mine battles Gallus in a six-man while Pretty Deadly and Lash Legend take on Josh Briggs, Brooks Jensen, and Fallon Henley in a mixed tag. Plus, Apollo Crews wrestles Grayson Waller, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance take on Ivy Nile and Tina Paxley, and more. So let's get right to the top of the show, shall we? The show opened with an intro video. So we go right to it, to Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller. Waistlock, standing switch, Crews with a wrist lock, reverse side headlock, shot off, up and over, handspring, and Apollo is feeling it. Arm drag into an armbar, grinding Waller down, rolling through a bridge, pin, and Grayson taunts off the ropes, shouldered block, down, drop down, leapfrog, lock, arm drag, and Crews takes him off his feet with a lariat. Big back body drop from Apollo. Fired up taunting punches. Delayed vertical suplex connects. Slingshot senton on Temiko for two. An eye poke stops Cruz in his tracks and he rolls to the floor. A medic checks on his eye as we go to break. Back from commercial. Waller is in control with a reverse chin lock. Cruz to the apron. Slingshot senton on Temiko, but Grayson reverses it into a sleeper hold. Raining elbows down on the back of Apollo's neck, cover, nope. Cruz fires up, Lariat's leaping, clothesline, kip up, and he's fired up. Military press, Waller slips to the apron and hangs his neck over the ropes. Rolling Thunder, Grayson Waller wins by pinfall with Rolling Thunder, Ace Crusher, and a rake of the eye. We get a Mako Satomura hype reel, and I love these. I know who she is. But now, in the people of the United States, and for the people who don't know what NXT UK, rest in peace. She's a fucking boss. She is the final boss. She fucking hits hard. When the day is when there's a one-on-one with Mako Satomura and Bea Priestley, Blair Davenport, it's going to be glorious. Thank you, Bobby Roode. Diamond Mine are chanting backstage, and Roderick Strong has security footage that exonerates him. But Julius Creed isn't having it and says 3 of them have to go prep for their 6th man. Strong storms off, and Damon Kemp says even he doesn't trust Roddy anymore. Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley roll up together, boys to stop being petty and get it together. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter make their entrance to send us to break. Back live commercial. Finn Balor rolls up on Bron Breakker in the locker room. Balor says he has held the NXT Championship for more days than anyone. Wrong! You are wrong! He's may have held it, but he's not the longest reigning. It's per ring. And that goes to the Playboy, Panama City Playboy, Adam Cole, baby. Than anyone, and made it to the industry standards for the best. And now it's Braun's job to uphold the lineage. He reminds Braun not to underestimate Tyler Bate and wishes him luck. Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley versus Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. Carter and Niles to start. Ivy with a waistlock takedown, rolling her through another takedown into a sunset flip for a 2. Kaden rolls under a lariat. Stinger splash, tag to Chance, and they sandwich Nile with a double team. Standing switch gets a leg sweep. Crucifix pin for a 2. Paxley legal, a little back and forth, and she gets crushed by a drop kick for a 2. Whip across. Tatum blocks a Frankensteiner off the ropes. Double lariat, and both women are down and out. Toxic Attraction come down to run interference. Kaden ducks a lariat and lays Paxley out with a super kick, while Ivy Nile and the Toxics up on the ramp. Katana off the top. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter win by pinfall with a 450 splash from Chance on Tatum Paxley. Post-match, Katana and Kaden cut a promo how they're going to party in the parking lot. That is a very dangerous place. Don't do that. Heed my warning, girls. Enter Doudrop and Nikki Ash. They get in the ring and issue a challenge for the tag team titles and shake hands. So that's another match. I was like, that is Triple H. That is Triple H by any stretch of the means. Seriously. We get Kiana James, video of her in her office showing how she gets things done and explaining why she's going to beat Zoe Stark. The Schism cuts a promo backstage about how Cameron Grimes may be rich in wealth, but time is money, and the time has come for him to decide his future. So we go to break. Back from commercial, we get footage of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams arriving in the arena earlier today. The Schism are in the ring. Joe Gacy cuts a promo about how he took the Dyad under his wing and they will be rewarded for their victories, and grabs a pair of smiley face pins to give them in recognition of the strides they've made to climb higher into the Schism tree. Jagger Reed thanks him for making him whole, and Rip Fowler says we've been empowered to see their inner strength. Gacy says he's reserved a seat for Cameron Grimes to join them. Cameron Grimes makes his entrance. He said he didn't come down for the celebration, but he did come down to talk to them. Joe's been asking him to join. He thinks he has an answer for them. The more he thinks about it, the more it's truly just makes sense. He doesn't need them. Cameron Grimes doesn't need anybody to go to the moon. Gacy says he says these things, but they're just misery just beneath his surface. And Grimes admits the worst part is that he's right. But he got himself into all these losing situations, and he can do it again. So before things get worse, he's out there. He goes to leave. Gacy brings up his dad, and Cameron had enough. He clears the Dyad out of the ring. Joe hugs him. The Dyad come back, but Gacy backs them off and rattles Grimes as he bails. We get a video package of Roxanne Perez where she talks about faltering at the end of her match against Cora Jade and learning her lesson. Next time, there'll be no hesitation. And we go to break. Back from commercial, Fit Finlay walks up to Tyler Bate and gives him a tablet. Pete Dunne is calling him on it to remind him that he knows better than anybody what that title represents to unify them. That was actually, I got a little choked up, knowing that him, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven are fucking best friends. It's just, it reminds me of so much of what's going on in WWE now. We got the Road Dogg back. We got Shawn Michaels and Triple H. It just got me in my feels, and I don't give a shit if it did. If you care less. Anywho, let's move on. Briggs and Jensen and Fallon Henley versus Lash Legend and Pretty Deadly. Women to start. Legend wallop her out the gates and then scooping her up and slapping her head into the ropes repeatedly. Whip across, back body drop to the floor. Henley with a crossbody, but Lash runs away and tags out to Wilson. Fallon slaps him before backing off to let Briggs in. Whip reverse, drop down, Manhattan drop into a pounce, and Josh is fired up. Prince dives into a Manhattan drop off the ropes, back body drop, and Jensen is legal. Sending Pretty Deadly to the floor, Henley with the insecurity to Legend. Off the ropes, Briggs towards her into the heels on the floor, and we go to the break. Back from commercial, Briggs is in a bad way as Pretty Deadly work him over. Heat segment rolls on. Eventually, Josh tags Jensen in, right hands on Prince. Atomic drop, stinger splash out of the corner with a bulldog and a famouser. Off the ropes, stopping to blast Wilson. Both men go for crossbody at the same time and end up down and out. Pretty Deadly on the floor. Brooks crawling. Gallows comes running down, interference, and Josh Briggs tries to jump them. Henley beating down Legend. Elton with an Okada roll after a boot from Joe. Joe Coffey. Lash Legend. Pretty Deadly win by pinfall with Okada roll from Elton Prince on Brooks Jensen. Mandy Rose is on the phone in the locker room when Shayna Baszler rolls up. Baszler says she'll be surprised if Mandy's title reign makes it past World Collide, and says Liv Morgan only has a choice is which limb she gets torn from which she tells Mandy she better unify the titles for the brand and for herself, or everything she said for the past year is trash. O'Connor's cure hype real follows. It's September. It's pediatric cancer awareness. I'm not going to get into it because it's on a cause that I'm passionate about. You all know one here. I'm an autistic special needs mother. I don't know what it's like to have a child with cancer. I do know what it's like with a child with autism. And this child is almost an adult. Madonna mia. Anywho, moving on. Chase U makes their entrance, and we see Charlie Dempsey working out with the Persian clubs to send us to break. Back from commercial, JD Madonna is interviewed backstage. He knows the meticulous self-care routine might come off as creepy, but designed from the ground up to maintain his focus and rather be creepy than emotionally fragile like Wesley. Andre Chase versus Charlie Dempsey. If you don't know who Charlie Dempsey is, please do me a favor and go and check out William Regal, because that is his son. William Regal is Charlie Dempsey's father. William Regal, yeah. William Regal is Charlie Dempsey's father. Yeah, I just want to make sure I got that straight. Dempsey with a headlock takeover, shifting to head scissors key lock. Chase reverses to a head scissors off his own. Charlie reverses to a deathlock. Andre with a cover for a 2. Test of strength. Monkey flip. Chase with one of his own. Double pins into the double bridge. Rolling through, keeping their hands clasped. Dempsey with a leg pick off the ropes. Drop down. Arm drag from Andre. Chase says that a teachable moment. Grabs a hammerlock reverse back to the mat, back and forth. Andre ducks an uppercut. Right hand jabs. Axe handle. Manhattan drop. Whip reverse. Side Russian leg sweep. Stomp. Side effect reverse into a Fujiwara armbar. Chase blocks. Dempsey grabs a heel hook, shifting to an STF. Charlie kicks Bodie Hayward at the ringside and drops him with a Carolyn lift on the floor. Back in. Chase wins by pinfall with victory roll pin. Mako Satomura runs into Alba Fire backstage, and they have a moment. Zoe Starks makes her entrance to send us to break. Back from commercial, Tyler Bate runs into Gunther. Gunther says he's here to remind him of the legacy of the NXT UK Championship, of which he has the longest reign. And he tells Tyler Bate he must beat down Braun Breaker. I actually, when we get to the preview, the actual preview and predictions, you're gonna be surprised who I choose. You're gonna be shocked. Katana James versus Zoe Starks. Back and forth in the feeling out. Stark to the apron. Trips James up. Corkscrew sent on Timonico for 2. Kiana with boots in the corner. Choking Zoe, dragging her into the middle of the ring for a few near falls. James with a top wrist lock. Trading shots. Whip to the corner. Starks with a schoolboy for a 2. Katana back to the top wrist lock. Zoe gets away, off the rope, sliding kick, nope, follow up. Zoe Starks wins by pinfall with flipping face breaker. Post-match, Nikita Lyons attacks James, but she manages to get away and dodged a big kick. Blair Davenport is interviewed backstage. She says NXT UK and NXT were both built off their women's division. Abso-fucking-lutely. She is telling no lies. But none of those women ever did what she's going to do on Sunday, which is to unify the two titles. Rhea Ripley, and I am telling you, I saw that and I was like, take my 401k, take my fucking life insurance, take everything. Take everything, please. All right? And when they do NXT Europe, this better be on a fucking takeover. All right? Let Rhea go put her over as the new queen over there. So she says she built both brands. She made them hers. On Sunday, Blair has the opportunity to make history. She looks confident. Don't screw it up, because she's the only woman, and she has made herself history. She's the only woman that's held not only the NXT UK Women's Championship, but the NXT Women's Championship. So she knows. She knows what it needs to be. I just wish they would have taken that Rhea Ripley and put it on the main roster. But because of Charlotte, her fucking jealousy got in the way, and she ended up destroying her. Now, thank God, she's got a second chance. Gallus makes their entrance to send us to break. Back from commercial, Nathan Frazier is backstage with Axiom, chatting and reading comics. Frazier says about how he feels torn, having been part of both brands. And Axiom says perhaps they could have a bit of friendly competition on Sunday. Nathan talks about it doing a British rounds match. Axiom proposes best of 3, and they trade comics. I don't understand why the Heritage Cup isn't being... That's who should be fucking taking on goddamn Carmelo Hayes, but it's a non-title situation. You might eat it, or because it's a totally different situation, so it's going to be carried over. But right now, that could be another thing for the NXT guys to fight over. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know. You're going to have to ask fucking Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or Road Dogg at this point. Please don't ask Bruce, because he'll fucking don't know his ass from his elbow. Diamond Mine versus Gallus. Julius and Joe to start. Waistlock takedown from Creed. Coffee rushes and gets the ropes. Uppercuts and body blows. Tag to Brutus. Armbar, body blows from the Iron Man. Whip hard into the turnbuckles. Step up, uppercut. Tag to Mark. Double teams. Carolyn Lift from Creed and a tag to Kemp. Waistlock applied. Coffee with an uppercut. Fall away slam puts him into the corner, and he tags Wolfgang in. Brutus in, going a clubbing with Wolfgang. Double leg into Hammerfest. Gallus rush in. Diamond Mine meet them and smash them all to send us to break. Back from commercial, Joe is working on Brutus. Back body drop, tag to Julius. Off the ropes, chop block, overhook, suplex. Straight suplex, reverse, inside cradle for 2. Creed deadlift him out of it and slams him. Ankle lock applied. Wolfgang and Mark pulled Coffee out of the ring. Julius chased, jumping back on the apron, but Mark pulls it out under him and tags in. Trading right hands, half Nelson slam from Coffee. Only 2. Dropping a knee, seated senton, tag to Joe. Coffee with a Japanese stranglehold, tag to Wolfgang. Freight train body block into a front chancery on the mat. Keeping Creed away from the tag, but he rolls under. Mark legal tag to Damon. Right hand body blows, lightning Coffee up. Off the rope, elbow belly to belly suplex, send Joe packing, whip hard into the corner. Drop Mark with a lariat scoop lift. Kent stops short because Roderick Strong is in the aisle with his phone. Damon confronts him and stomps on his phone and gets involved. Big spinebuster on Mark. Clear Wolfgang out. But Joe is ready for him. Gallus win by pinfall with a discus lariat from Joe Coffey on Damon Kent. Post match, Pretty Deadly and Briggs and Jensen come down and we have a big old tag team brawl as referees and security swarm to try to break up. The locker room empties. It's a real Pier 6. Braun Breaker is backstage when Tommaso Ciampa rolls up and sets a chair next to him for a chat. He says nothing is more important to him the time he spent with Goldie. He asks to hold her. He says there is a certain responsibility to holding her. He says a certain passion she embodies. Jesus Christ. Whew. Mr. Ciampa here is getting a little spicy. And I like it. Yeah, I know I'm attracted to fucking psychos. It's just the nature of the beast, honestly. NXT means the world to him, but it's Braun's world now. And at Worlds Collide, he can make history. The anxiety he feels right now is normal. And on Sunday, when the bell rings, embrace it and represent this brand and add it to our legacy. And more important thing than anything is win. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams are walking backstage and say Carmelo isn't on the show Sunday and they're going to talk about it. So we go to break. This is where, like, what the fuck? You know, is actually Noam Dar going to come in and they're going to challenge one another? So I had no fucking clue. It was just complete. I had no idea. Come back from commercial, we get another Quincy Elliott promo, which is not jiving with me. It's like Velveteen Dream and Sonny Kiss had a baby. And he talks about how people didn't understand him as a kid. And they didn't know him at all. But the WWE Universe is about to find out exactly who he is, and that's coming to change the game. Talk about play on words. Commentary hypes up Worlds Collide card. Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams comes down and gets on the mic. Usually they're here laughing and telling jokes, but not tonight. And Hayes says he's trying to figure out how they're going to keep the best champion off of Worlds Collide. All this talk of unifying titles, and he did that 8 months ago. He's the greatest North American champion of all time. I don't think so, but we'll move on. They tried to tell him this is the secondary title, but he's never secondary to anyone. He's taken the ball into his court, and he will not be taking his talents to Worlds Collide. And there's nobody on his level or the level below anyway. And that's all it is. And that's all it's going to be. The lights go out. Ricochet comes out. He got a microphone and Hayes mocks him, saying he doesn't know if he knows how to use it. There has been, with his promo abilities. Ricochet soaks in the moment. Welcome back, chants. Before saying, for sake of everyone here and watching at home, please shut the hell up for 5 seconds. Anyway, he says he doesn't see why Worlds Collide should be NXT and NXT UK. And he wants to put some smackdown on the show. Carmelo is great, but he can't do it like he can. He bickered about who's better. Hayes says he'll step on him and there ain't enough ring for the both of them. Ricochet congratulates him on his success, but says nobody remembers any of Carmelo's title defense. So we figured he'd come down and give him a memorable one, and win the title he possesses. He runs Trick off and hits recoil on Carmelo before picking up the title and holding it high. That is the show, and we have it. It's official. We're gonna have Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet for the NXT North American Championship. Just that match gets me excited. So on to the card. NXT UK Championship Unification. Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. I'm going to say Tyler Bate. Braun Breaker easily could right now transition to the main roster, and they're going to need somebody soon, because if Drew McIntyre ends up, or if, how can I say this? I don't know the outcome because I'm recording this. Because if there were going to be a title change at Clash of the Castle, which I don't know of, so give me a break here. Braun Breaker needs to be the one to, start working his way up, because sooner or later, we're not going to keep Drew, if he adds the title, with the title very long, because we're going to have Cody Rhodes and the whole 9 yards coming back, and we're going to need top guys. We're also going to need top guys that are in the mid-card. So for the time being, he can dance in the mid-card. And they need stars. So Tyler Bate needs to have this. I'm taking Tyler Bate to unify the titles. NXT UK Women's Championship. Mandy Rose, NXT Champion. Mako Satomura, NXT UK Women's Champion versus Blair Davenport. I'm going to say Blair Davenport and Mandy Rose is going to take the pin to make Blair Davenport and elevate her. Mako doesn't need it. She's going to be in chase of it. NXT UK Tag Team Championship Unification Fatal 4-Way match. The Creed Brothers, NXT Tag Team Champions versus Brooks Jensen and Jock Spriggs, NXT UK Tag Team Champions versus Pretty Deadly and Gallus. I am going to take Gallus. Gallus is going to unify and make history. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Katie Carter and Katana Chance versus Nikki Ash and Doudrop. They're gonna retain North American Championship. Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet, and he's going to retain because Ricochet is going to put him over. So that is it. That is it for NXT Worlds Collide 2022 preview and predictions and the Go Home show from this past Tuesday. Please have a great weekend. We're in the midst of it at this point. So go enjoy Worlds Collide, and go enjoy, if you're not watching that, you wait until All Out, go enjoy All Out. And I hope you enjoyed yesterday at Clash of the Castle. I will see you tomorrow at some point for possibly the big bulk show, like an unofficial episode 254. Probably I'll do that. It'll be a lot easier. I don't know, depending on how I feel on tomorrow, Sunday, after Clash of the Castle. So go check out Harrys.com. Go check out MyAstroClassics.com. Go check out LiquidDeath.com. DeathWishCoffee.com. Go check out Outbreak Wrestling, HOG Wrestling, and Sanctuary. Go check out, also please go check out all my social media, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, Mel's Match Hat. Go check out me on Facebook and Snapchat. Again, have a great weekend, and don't forget, while you're here checking out my YouTube, go subscribe, like, share all my videos, and turn on my notifications, please, so when I go live, you'll know about it. I want everybody to have a great weekend, rest of the weekend, and I'll see you when I see you, all right? Love you all. Have a great day. Bye.